There, the lands of Slaanesh, stretched out below it, was a fortress of whimsies and foibles. It was an unlovely thing, stained by war and victory. Its towers, higher than any palace, wounded the sky. Its gateways were gaping maws that could swallow and vomit forth whole armies. Its walls were darkened stone, veined in unnatural colors and streaked with rotted lime and mortar. Here, at the marches of Slaanesh, was the fortress, a sign of sovereignty, hated and condemned by Khorne's bloody-handed worshippers. Before the fortress gates stretched a forest of death. From the walls to the near horizon was the dismal rack of battle. Corpses, the rusted swords and armor of the fallen, the standards of Slaaneshi and Khorne, all abandoned and forgotten long centuries ago. The graves of the fallen had become a rich loam, sucked upon by the trees of the dark forest. Pierced by tree roots, the dead had stirred once more, and each branch bore a skull, mildewed and pregnant with loathing, a macabre and cruel cargo. Only the ceaseless, horrendous laughter of the trapped shades disturbed the field. Their fleshless jaws clattered in the still air. The only reply, the creaking of a windmill's sails and the grinding of its stones. For in the shadow of the castle, a windmill turned, its sails moving in the still air, and their unclean breeze stirred the tattered flags of the dead. Within, the grindstones shuddered and groaned, while between, pinioned and crushed, were the living corpses of the fallen, ground to make a rich mortar of blood and bone, sinew and brains. Thus was the fortress maintained and strengthened, its walls held aloft and marked by the power of mortality. Thus was the field before it harvested, and in the castle's mighty halls, its demon overlords feasted and broke bread in conscious parody of man's small amenities. All this I saw in an instant, and then my vision was swept onwards. The Marcher Fortress, Liber Malefic, the Book of Chaos Foreseen, Marius Wholesaler.